Welcome to my presentation on Graham Heights. This neighborhood is more known as Nutbush to its residents. This presentation will cover 5 resources that I believe to be most helpful to my students once I am in Kingsbury High School. These resources are ministries or people who I believe will be able to help my students in their time of need. The first ministry is called the Memphis Athletic Ministry. This ministry I thought was really special. It is a sports-based ministry which is located in Leawood Baptist Church's gym. It is an after-school program for students, and they are very athletic-based, teaching students how to be on a team and how to play sports. But they're also school-based and have science and literacy programs available. They have a bus that will come and pick up students from their school to take them back to the gym so that they can participate in these activities. They also have daily devotionals with the students and provide them well-balanced meals, which is a huge thing for students in our neighborhood. Streets Ministry is very unique because it is right in the heart of the Kingsbury High School, the Kingsbury schools in general. It's on the same street as all of them, and it's right in between the high school, the middle school, and the elementary school. So all students are very close to the ministry and can walk there after school. This is a mentor program that promotes the idea that education kills poverty. So it's very based upon students doing well in school and helping students succeed in the areas that they need help in. This ministry is open until 5 p.m., so students can go there after school. This ministry is cool because the mentors go to the schools and talk to the teachers before school starts in August about the things that the students will be learning and where the teachers expect students to be, so that they can help them reach that goal. Sioux Casa Ministries is very unique to our neighborhood. This ministry helps not only students of all ages, but also helps adults in the ministry. Their goal is to bridge the gap between first-generation Hispanic immigrants and resident Memphians. There's a huge language barrier, and that affects families in multiple different ways and has actually shown have an effect on students' education, because a lot of students do speak English, but they have to skip school to help translate for their parents at the doctor or at the store or something where parents need to have that translation. This ministry is also located right next to streets, so it's right in the heart of the schools as well. They offer ESL classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays for a small fee. It costs around $25 for people to take those classes, but they can be a huge asset for our neighborhood and our students, and specifically our students' families. The Heights CDC is a major corporation within our neighborhood. Jared Myers is the executive director of this, and he actually led a lot of our clinical. The Heights CDC recognizes the need for housing within the neighborhood. There is a massive amount of houses that are vacant and empty right now, and they are just becoming run down. And the Heights goal, the CDC's goal, is to come behind these houses that are run down and renovate them and be able to rent them out to families for low-income families for a low price so that they can afford a good house to live in. Jared also spoke to us a lot about just the need to rebuild the neighborhood in that, and how building these houses helps the neighborhood in general thrive. Jared is an excellent resource for us to have. He knows a lot of people in the neighborhood, and he can help in a lot of ways. One specific way they mentioned is when a family might be not being treated right by their landlord. And when something doesn't sound right, we can take it to Jared and he can help with that because he knows a lot more about those kinds of things than we do or our students and their families do. The last resource is the Boys and Girls Club. This Boys and Girls Club specifically is actually it's the number one Boys and Girls Club in the country, which is really cool. And you can tell from the second you walk in the building, it is just a thriving area with so many students. And the Boys and Girls Club operates under the mission of enabling students to reach their full potential. And that is what this Boys and Girls Club is doing. They have a gym for students to play sports and practice in, and they have an area for art, and they have a recording studio where students who tend to lean more towards music can express themselves and can practice that. And they have an area specifically for teens so they can get away from the young ones just for a little bit and just be teenagers. And they have a technology area where there's computers and that students can use. It's just a very cool resource to let kids go and learn new things and practice things that they love. And the staff is very invested. You can tell when you go in there. Those were the 5 resources that I chose, but we were given so many more resources. But these resources will be so beneficial to us once we go into the schools and start meeting our students and know what they need and see what they need. When we have these resources we already know about that can help our students, it makes it a lot easier for us to help them when they need it. This also gives us a cool avenue to get involved in the neighborhood. I specifically would love to get involved with the Memphis Athletic Ministries at some point and help coach and help mentor students in that way. And that's a way for us to get to know our students outside of the classroom, or for me as an upper level high school teacher, get to know students that I might have in the future. So yeah, this was a really cool experience, and I really enjoyed getting to know Graham Heights and just getting involved and getting to see where my students are going to be coming from. And I am very excited to be in Kingsbury High this coming fall.